what if I told you that within just a few hours, the energy around you is going to shift? And whether you're ready or not, you'll feel it. This isn't fear-mongering. This isn't hype. The moon is about to conjunct Aries, creating one of the most emotionally intense and action-driven cosmic alignments we've experienced in days. Some people will suddenly feel unstoppable. Others may become impatient, emotional, or make life-changing decisions without even realizing why. So before this powerful energy reaches its peak, stay with me until the end, because I'm going to reveal what this conjunction really means, the biggest mistake to avoid, and the simple ritual that many astrologers recommend to harness this fiery energy instead of fighting against it. Trust me, you don't want to miss the final 2 minutes. Only a few hours remain, and a powerful cosmic shift is about to happen. As the moon aligns with Aries, millions could experience sudden emotional changes, unexpected opportunities, or impulsive decisions. Is this energy about to work for you or against you? Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to expect, and the one mistake you absolutely must avoid. 1. So what exactly is a Moon-Aries conjunction, and why are so many astrology enthusiasts paying attention to it? To understand this powerful cosmic event, we first need to look at what these two energies represent. The moon governs our emotions, intuition, instincts, and subconscious mind. It reflects how we react to situations, process our feelings, and connect with the people around us. Think of the moon as your emotional compass. It influences your inner world more than you may realize. Aries, on the other hand, is the very first sign of the Zodiac. It's ruled by Mars, the planet of action, courage, passion, and determination. Aries is bold, fearless, and always ready to take the first step. It doesn't like waiting. It doesn't overthink. It moves fast and trusts its instincts. Now imagine these two powerful forces coming together. When the moon aligns with Aries, your emotions and your actions begin working at the same speed. Instead of quietly processing your feelings, you may suddenly feel an intense urge to do something about them. You might feel inspired to start a new project, have an important conversation, make a bold decision, or finally leave behind something that no longer serves you. This transit often brings a wave of confidence and motivation, but it can also increase impatience and impulsive reactions. That's why this alignment is so powerful. It amplifies both your strengths and your emotional triggers. The key is learning how to channel this fiery energy instead of letting it control you. If you stay aware, this conjunction can become the spark that pushes you toward positive change instead of unnecessary conflict. Because over the next several hours, many people will notice emotional shifts, unexpected opportunities, and sudden moments of clarity. The real question is, how will you use this powerful energy? 2. Signs you'll notice. Now that you know what this Moon-Aries conjunction represents, let's talk about something even more important: how you might actually experience it. The first sign is a sudden burst of motivation. Maybe you've been putting off an important decision for weeks. Then, almost out of nowhere, you wake up feeling ready to take action. That project you've been avoiding suddenly seems exciting. The conversation you've been afraid to have no longer feels impossible. This transit often creates a powerful sense of momentum. The second sign is emotional intensity. You may notice that your feelings become stronger than usual. Excitement feels bigger. Frustration feels sharper. Even small situations can trigger unexpected emotional reactions. This doesn't necessarily mean something is wrong. It simply means your emotions are asking for your attention instead of being ignored. Another common sign is impatience. Aries is known for wanting results immediately. During this conjunction, waiting in long lines, dealing with delays, or handling indecisive people may feel especially frustrating. You may catch yourself wanting everything to happen right now. But here's where awareness becomes your greatest strength. Instead of reacting in the heat of the moment, pause for just a few seconds. That brief pause can help you turn impulsive energy into confident action. Many people also experience unexpected flashes of inspiration during this transit. A creative idea may suddenly pop into your mind. You could discover a new goal, solve a problem you've been struggling with, or finally see a situation from a completely different perspective. Keep a notebook or your phone nearby because these ideas can arrive when you least expect them. Physically, some people report feeling more energized, restless, or unable to sit still. You may feel the urge to exercise, clean your home, reorganize your space, or simply get moving. That's because Aries thrives on action, and this energy often encourages movement over hesitation. You may also notice changes in your relationships. Conversations become more honest, more direct, and sometimes more emotional. Hidden feelings can surface quickly, creating opportunities for healing, but only if both people communicate with patience and respect. Here's something many people overlook. Not every emotional wave is meant to be acted on immediately. Sometimes the universe isn't telling you to react. It's asking you to pay attention. So if you notice stronger emotions, increased confidence, sudden inspiration, or an urge to make bold decisions, don't be surprised. These are some of the most common signs of a Moon-Aries conjunction. And in the next section, we'll explore which zodiac signs are most likely to feel this fiery cosmic energy and why it could affect them more intensely than everyone else. 3. Who feels it the most? At this point, you might be wondering, will this Moon-Aries conjunction affect me personally? The short answer is yes. Because the moon moves through every zodiac sign, everyone experiences its energy in some way. But depending on your birth chart, some people are likely to feel this fiery alignment much more intensely than others. Let's start with Aries. If you're an Aries, this is your time to shine. You may notice a huge boost in confidence, motivation, and personal drive. It can feel as if you've suddenly found the courage to do something you've been putting off for weeks or even months. New opportunities may seem more exciting, and your desire to take charge will be stronger than usual. But there's also a challenge. This powerful energy can make you impatient. You may want immediate results, and if things don't move fast enough, frustration can build quickly. Remember, confidence is your superpower, but patience is what turns confidence into success. Next is Cancer. Cancer is naturally ruled by the moon, so whenever the moon experiences a powerful alignment, Cancers often feel it deeply. During this conjunction, emotions may rise to the surface more easily than usual. You might become extra sensitive to the moods of others, or find yourself reflecting on family, home, and personal relationships. The best advice? Don't let temporary emotions convince you to make permanent decisions. Now let's talk about Libra. Since Aries sits directly opposite Libra in the zodiac, this transit may bring important lessons involving balance and relationships. You may find yourself speaking more honestly than usual, setting healthy boundaries, or realizing that certain connections need more attention. Honest communication can strengthen relationships, but reacting emotionally could create unnecessary conflict. Then there's Capricorn. Capricorns often prefer structure, planning, and stability. Aries energy, however, encourages quick action and bold decisions. This can create an internal tug-of-war between playing it safe and taking a leap of faith. If you're a Capricorn, trust your experience, but don't ignore exciting opportunities simply because they feel unfamiliar. Now, here's something many people don't realize. Even if your sun sign isn't Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn, this conjunction can still affect you in meaningful ways. If you have Aries as your moon sign, rising sign, or if Aries is strongly placed in your birth chart, you may feel this energy just as intensely. And even without knowing your complete birth chart, you can still pay attention to what's happening in your life over the next 24 hours. Are you feeling unusually motivated? Do you suddenly have the courage to speak your truth? Are old emotions resurfacing for one final lesson? These are all signs that this cosmic energy may already be influencing your journey. The important thing to remember is this: astrology doesn't force events to happen. Instead, it highlights periods when certain themes and emotions may feel stronger than usual. What you choose to do with that energy is always up to you. And in the next section, we'll uncover the biggest mistake people make during this Moon-Aries conjunction and how avoiding it could save you from making a decision you'll later regret. 4. The biggest mistake. Now that we've explored who may feel this Moon-Aries conjunction the most, it's time to talk about the one mistake that catches so many people off guard. And surprisingly, it has nothing to do with bad luck. It has everything to do with how we respond to intense emotions. When the moon moves through Aries, emotions become fast, bold, and incredibly powerful. Instead of quietly processing your feelings, you may feel an almost irresistible urge to act immediately. You want answers now. You want results now. You want change now. That's the gift of Aries, but it's also the biggest challenge. The number one mistake people make during this transit is confusing emotional urgency with genuine clarity. Just because something feels urgent doesn't always mean it needs an immediate response. Imagine receiving a text message that upsets you. Your first instinct might be to reply instantly. Or maybe you're frustrated at work and suddenly feel like quitting your job. Perhaps someone from your past reaches out, and before thinking it through, you're ready to reopen a chapter you had already closed. These moments can feel incredibly convincing because Aries energy amplifies confidence and emotion at the same time. But confidence without reflection can quickly become impulsiveness. That's why one of the smartest things you can do during this transit is create a small pause between feeling and reacting. Even 30 seconds can make a difference. Take one deep breath. Ask yourself a simple question. Am I making this decision because it's truly right, or because I'm caught up in the emotion of the moment? That one question has the power to completely change your outcome. Now, don't misunderstand this energy. The purpose of a Moon-Aries conjunction isn't to make you afraid of taking action. Quite the opposite. This is one of the best times to be brave, speak honestly, and move toward your goals. The secret is choosing intentional action instead of impulsive reaction. There's a huge difference. Intentional action is thoughtful. It aligns with your long-term goals. It comes from confidence, not pressure. Impulsive reaction, on the other hand, often creates unnecessary conflict, regret, or missed opportunities. If someone challenges you today, don't assume you have to win the argument. If an exciting opportunity appears, don't assume you have to say yes immediately. If emotions rise unexpectedly, don't assume they're giving you the full picture. Sometimes emotions are simply asking to be acknowledged, not obeyed. This transit can also tempt people to overcommit. You may suddenly feel capable of taking on 10 new responsibilities, launching multiple projects, or making promises that sound exciting in the moment. While your enthusiasm is real, remember that lasting success comes from consistency, not from doing everything at once. Think of this fiery energy like driving a high-performance sports car. It has incredible power. It can get you where you want to go faster than you imagined. But if you press the accelerator without paying attention to the road ahead, you increase the risk of making costly mistakes. The same is true with this cosmic energy. Use its momentum wisely. Let it inspire courage. Let it help you break free from fear. But don't let it convince you that every emotion deserves immediate action. Because the people who benefit the most from this Moon-Aries conjunction aren't necessarily the fastest. They're the ones who know exactly when to move and when to pause. Before we continue, I want you to do something. Comment below with one word describing how you're feeling right now. Excited, restless, motivated, confused. I'm curious to see if this cosmic energy is already showing up in your life. And if you're enjoying this kind of astrology content, don't forget to subscribe because we explore these powerful celestial events every week. Now, let's talk about the biggest mistake people make during this transit. 5. So we've talked about what this Moon-Aries conjunction is, the signs you may notice, and the biggest mistake to avoid. Now comes the most important question. How can you actually use this energy to your advantage? The truth is, this cosmic alignment isn't here to create chaos. It's here to create movement. If you've been feeling stuck, uncertain, or afraid to take the next step, this transit can act like a spark that reignites your motivation. But that spark is only useful if you direct it towards something meaningful. The first thing you should do is identify one goal you've been avoiding. Maybe it's starting a business, applying for a new job, beginning a fitness journey, having an honest conversation, or finally taking the first step toward a dream you've been postponing. Instead of trying to change your entire life today, choose one meaningful action. Small, intentional steps often create the biggest transformations. Another powerful way to work with this energy is through physical movement. Aries is a fire sign that thrives on action. If you feel restless, anxious, or overwhelmed, don't just sit with those emotions. Go for a walk, hit the gym, stretch, dance, or spend time outdoors. Moving your body can help release built-up tension and give your mind greater clarity. This is also an excellent time to write down your goals. Take 10 minutes and ask yourself, what do I truly want to accomplish over the next few months? Don't limit yourself. Write freely. Sometimes the answers you've been searching for become clear the moment you see your thoughts on paper. You should also pay close attention to your intuition today. The moon governs your inner voice, while Aries encourages decisive action. Together, they can inspire moments of powerful insight. If an idea keeps returning to your mind, don't dismiss it immediately. Explore it. Research it. Give it room to grow before deciding whether it's the right path. At the same time, remember that courage doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes courage is saying no. Sometimes it's setting healthy boundaries. Sometimes it's choosing peace instead of proving a point. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is trust yourself even when no one else understands your vision. One habit that can make a huge difference during this transit is practicing gratitude. Before you go to bed tonight, think of 3 things you're grateful for. This simple exercise shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, helping you stay grounded while this fiery energy is at its strongest. Finally, don't expect this conjunction to magically solve every problem overnight. Astrology can highlight favorable moments and emotional themes, but your choices, discipline, and consistency are what shape your future. Think of this Moon-Aries conjunction as a strong wind behind a sailboat. The wind can move you forward faster than usual, but only if you raise your sails and steer in the direction you truly want to go. So use this energy wisely. Take one bold step, trust your instincts, but balance them with patience. Believe in your potential, but stay grounded in reality. Because sometimes the universe doesn't ask for a giant leap. It simply asks you to take the first courageous step and let that single step change everything. As the moon joins Aries, one thing becomes clear. The universe isn't asking you to stay comfortable. It's asking you to become courageous. Maybe you've been waiting for a sign. Maybe you've been waiting for permission. Maybe this is it. Over the next 24 hours, watch for unexpected conversations, sudden inspiration, and opportunities that seem to appear out of nowhere. Sometimes, a single moment changes everything. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment saying, "I choose courage." And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next powerful cosmic update. Until next time, take care of yourself, trust your intuition, and let the stars guide your journey.